Hello and welcome to Ask Kelsey. My name is Kelsey Fox Bennett and I am a healer, educator, and embodied self-love and mindfulness coach, and someone who is just super passionate about sharing healing tools and support with others. So today's question is so short, but it's a really complex answer, so I've actually divided it into two parts. So welcome to part one. Thank you so much for joining me. Today's question is, do you have any tips or advice on healing anxiety? So super easy, super simple question. Now you know why I divided it into two parts. So today, part one is totally gonna be about grounding in the moment. So what to do when you are experiencing anxiety in the moment to help calm your nervous system, to help bring you back to your body and to the earth so that you can continue to show up in your life. And then part two, which will be the next round of Ask Kelsey, I will focus on long-term healing and what that entails from my perspective. So just before we get started, I do want to mention that, I'm not a doctor. Anxiety is not necessarily my expertise, though I will say that I have worked with people who have experienced anxiety and panic attacks and have had very successful tools that have worked for them that I'm going to share today. And I will share from my personal experience that I had post-traumatic stress disorder at the age of 19 when I remembered a trauma that happened to me when I was 5 years old. So I did go through a period of PTSD and am very intimately familiar with the anxiety that can occur as a result of trauma. So that is my experience. And I will say also, first and foremost, before we delve any deeper, is that if you are really suffering right now from anxiety or from panic attacks, or this is a long-term issue for you, yes, watch these videos, but please reach out for more support. Please seek out an expert for the specific types of things that you are dealing with. You are worthy of that, and that is so important. So do that. Okay. So now, if you're just feeling anxious and you're looking for ways to ground yourself in the moment, here are my top tips. Number one is to find a safe space and to make sure that you are in a place or surrounded by people that you can ground, that you can feel safe and feel calm. Like if you are at work and you need to go to a bathroom or find a closet, or some of these suggestions you may be like, what? But depending on who you are and what you're experiencing, you may need to separate yourself, and or you may need to reach out to someone that you trust to help support you through this. Okay? So but whether or not you're able to get yourself to a safe space, there are a few things that you can do no matter what. Number one is number two, I guess, on the list is to carry essential oils with you and use them to help you ground or calm, especially if this is something that is an experience that you're going through or is happening semi-regularly. You're feeling nervous or anxious for whatever reason. I highly recommend turning to something like essential oils that you can carry on your person and use anytime that you need them. I have grabbed today two of my favorites for grounding, which is frankincense and Idaho blue spruce. I find personally that anything that comes from a resin from a tree or from the roots of a plant is more helpful to me when it comes to grounding. Now, you'll have to discover what works for you. I am an essential oil, a Young Living essential oil distributor. If you have questions about oils, I may be able to help you find the answers. So feel free to reach out about that. But make sure that you're using high quality oils, and I highly recommend Young Living. This is what I've used since I was a little girl. They are 100% natural, therapeutic grade. I love them. They have helped me and many of my clients as well. So essential oils are wonderful because, like I said, you can carry them wherever you are and you can breathe them in, and that helps to immediately go to the limbic system in your brain, your emotional system, and help to calm it or soothe it and bring you back into your body. It also helps you just breathe deeper because you're breathing in the sense. So that is a wonderful tool. I highly recommend it. Next is expression through creativity. So this is another one that you can kind of do wherever, as long as you have access to paper and some type of writing utensil. Free writes, just writing down everything you're feeling and everything that's going on, can sometimes help us face and move through whatever sensations we're feeling. And a tool that I love that I'm going to give to you right now is called a meditative scribble. What that means is you're going to place your writing utensil to the page, and you're not going to pick up your writing utensil. You're going to keep it on the page and very slowly move your hand across the page. You're going to breathe deeply, which is part of why it's effective. You're going to breathe deeply as you do this. By pressing to the page, it helps keep you anchored, it helps keep you present. If you find yourself moving too fast, just take a deep breath. Come back to moving very slowly and let your hands move whichever direction they want to, as long as it's moving slowly, and you will eventually create, some type of drawing or picture that is from your meditative scribble process. I find this very calming, very soothing, and grounding, so feel free to use it and see if it works for you. Next, if you are at home and have a weighted blanket, which I do, it is a wonderful tool for calming down the nervous system. I have this weighted blanket. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Oh, it's great. I love it so much. You just lay it across your body. You can do your whole body or just across your lap, whatever feels good to you. Ugh. And this is from Weighting Comforts, WEIGHTING Comforts. And I love this. They say, well, how do they work? Weighted blankets work like deep tissue massage. The pressure releases serotonin in the body, and some of that serotonin becomes melatonin, and melatonin helps us relax and sleep. They have more information on their website, but it's so simple. It's such a wonderful thing to do to help just calm the whole system down and enable you to come back and move forward. So those are a few things, and one other tool that I will recommend that has been extraordinarily helpful for me and for people that I've worked with who are experiencing anxiety is to ask for spiritual support. Call on your angels. Call on God if you believe in God, or whatever you believe in, call it in. Call it in. Say, I am ready for your help. Thank you so much for holding me, for keeping me safe right now. I know you're here. I can feel your presence. Whatever it is, call them in, because I know from personal experience and from just how our body and brain works, just as we think of anxious thoughts, right? Think of anxiety-ridden thoughts. Our body starts to produce, stress hormones and starts to freak out and tighten up. Same goes for when we visualize meditative thoughts or beautiful visions of angels coming in and standing by our side and holding our hand or putting their healing hands on our shoulders or whatever it is. When we envision those things, those beings or whatever works for us, it changes how we feel. Okay? So again, adapt it to work for you, but this has been a very successful tool for me and others that I have worked with. So those are just a few. We're just barely scratching the surface. I'm going to provide a few more links in the blog for you to check out for more resources, but these are some great tools to use in the moment when you're just feeling crazy anxious. So please stay tuned. Thank you for your patience. I am going to do round 2 on this topic of healing from anxiety coming up next. So thank you so much for watching. If you have a question, go to kelseyfoxbennett.com/ask-kelsey, and I would be honored to give you extra love and support. I will see you soon.